G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a Webley Model 1913 pistol. This is a somewhat customizable standalone pistol type weapon, only being able to be used in Gunslinger, so no automatic mode, and it utilizes the deliverer animations, which we've got a replacer for. Now this weapon was voted on by the Discord. I've set up a new channel in the Discord for you to vote on which weapons you would like to see next, so if you want to have a little bit of a say on where the videos are going, go and join my Discord, link will be in the description, and be sure to give a thumbs up to what mods you want to see. Anyways, let's get into the customization of this thing. So basically you've got the same sort of receiver setup as you have with a lot of the other weapons in the game, like a 10mm for example. Maybe the deliverer. I guess this is just basically a reskinned deliverer. There's nothing you can do for the barrel, unfortunately. The grip is also got nothing on it, and same thing with the magazine. Now these three will probably be expanded upon later, depending on how the modder wants to get this functioning. But you can actually do a little bit with the iron sights here. You can have the basic no iron sight glow thingies there, or you could chuck the glow thingies on, or you could chuck a reflex sight, either circle or dot. Now what you can also do is change the front post here on the barrel to from iron sights to glow sights if you want to match if you've chucked on glow sights on the back here. So that's a little bit of degree of customization that you don't usually see. It's fairly interesting. We've got a muzzle, you can chuck a suppressor on it. You'll notice that the reflex sights and the suppressor itself appear to be of the combat rifle variety sights. So yeah, they've used a couple of vanilla assets here, and I won't lie, it looks kind of funky. This would probably be better off with something like a deliverer suppressor, but sure, that's not a bad damage number there. We're getting at 196, so you know what, we'll chuck that on, and since we probably won't be able to use the glow sights very well with this giant suppressor on the end, let's chuck on the, let's go dot. Alright, so that's one of our Webley pistols that we'll be using. I'll create a couple more so you can hear this thing loud and proud, and we'll get started. Alrighty, so here we are in the usual killing fields, and this is the Webley Model 1913 in first person. Yep, looks pretty decent. If we have the one without the suppressor and the reflex light, it looks very compact. And I forgot to mention this before, but this is part of the Fallout 4 London mod. Now I don't know how big that mod is going to be, but yeah, it's kind of cool because we've got a ton of stuff to look forward to from the mod community out of this game. And one of the things about this weapon is it doesn't have a magazine capacity upgrading slot, because obviously you can't replace the magazine, but what it does have is a lot of power. A hell of a lot of power, and it's silent too, so if I am not too aggressive here and play my cards right, what I can do is probably deal with most things without having to worry about reloading, because the 7 bullets in a magazine, you'll get through them extremely quickly if you are not careful. So, you know, if you're mag dumping all the time, you'll find yourself constantly reloading, which is not good, because if you're reloading, you're not shooting, you're dying. But regardless of that, we'll keep on going, and if we don't get detected during this whole thing, I'm going to be very surprised. Usually I play fairly aggressively when it comes to playstyles like this, but if we happen to get detected, I will whip out the unsuppressed one. I've got the Hitman's prefix on it because, you know, we're not going to be getting the sneak benefits, and we're going to lose Ace Operator, so I'll just give myself an extra 10% whilst aiming. Seems fair enough to me, and Hitman, I don't know, maybe Hitman would use one of these things. It's very compact. Back in the day, this probably would have been alright. Let's see, 1913. Almost out of the war at that point, although you had the 1911 already around, which has superior stopping power and is an iconic weapon. You know, it started from somewhere. Got a name for itself during the First World War there, in some places. But I kind of don't actually know a whole lot about this, and this is a shame, because I'm thinking that Gun Jesus made a video on this, and I might go back and watch that after I'm done recording here. And if you want to know more about this weapon, if the Gun Jesus has had a look at this thing, I would highly suggest watching it, because there's a lot you can learn. Very interesting information. Let's move on. Alrighty, let's extend the range out a little bit and see how this thing holds up. But that's the main event over there. He's walking behind that thing. So we'll whip out the loud and proud one, and we'll deal with these raider scumbags. Gotta aim for those headshots to get that enhanced damage, because we are playing on the very hard difficulty. Where are you going, mate? And that incurs a 50% damage penalty, which is kind of a pain in the ass to deal with, but we'll make do with what we've got, and we'll see how we go. There's a bear here, so we've managed to get a couple of sneak criticals on this fella. He punches us in the face, but honestly, we're tanky. We're level 126, and we've got 10 endurance, so we've got almost, what, 1,200 hit points, so yeah, the enemies are tanky, but so are we, so it's kind of interesting how that all works. At a certain point, Fallout 4 goes super easy once you get to a higher level because, well, they just can't do anything, can they? Now, on the topic of Fallout 4 London, which I kind of didn't speak too long about, nice ADAD spamming, bro. This one will go down a little bit quicker. There we go. He was a little bit, I guess, weaker than his brethren. But yeah, we've got a ton of mods to look forward to, of these big projects, like Fallout Miami. That had a trailer out the other day, which looked very promising. We had the, obviously, Fallout 4 London coming up, if this mod's anything to go by. Finish off with the critical to add insult to injury. Also, notice how we had very good AP efficiency with this thing. Let's switch back over to the suppressed one because the reflex sight should give us slightly better shooting. And yeah, this thing can just fire for days. It's kind of like a deliverer. It uses animations. It's got a similar structure for the attachments. Is he T-posing? Well, that's probably not the weapon doing that. It is firing a different caliber, which I guess is cool. But it is very much like the Deliverer indeed. And if you're a British person, you might find this thing pretty cool. From the old Queen and country, something. I don't know, America bad, I guess. I'm trying to appease the British audience here. Hopefully I've done it. Hey, a quarter of my flag has the Union Jack, and we're still technically not a republic, so we're sort of in league with them, but, you know, one day Australia might become a republic. That'd be kind of interesting if that would happen, because, well, I'd get to spout all of the Star Wars Battlefront 2 memes, which is funny, and ooh god. So this is one of those situations where I'm just kind of constantly mag dumping, and the damage penalty there as well as these guys. And just to give you an idea of their health, they actually have got more hit points than behemoths do because they've scaled up so high to my level. So there you go. It gives you a little bit of an idea of how strong these super mutant goddamn warlords are. Let's go ahead and pull out of VATS there because we're being penalized for our ranged attacks there. And take out this target, which is a lot closer. There we go. And if we can regain stealth, that would be great. Tell you what, an extended magazine on this wouldn't go astray right now. Plenty of muties around today, I'll tell you that much. There we go. Yeah, nice and close, see if we can't just hip fire them. We've got a perk called Rooted, so if we just stand there, we gain a whole lot more damage resistance. Not a whole lot more, but enough to make a difference. It's not exactly Sentinel armor tier stuff, but it is helpful to have. Also, miniguns are completely worthless in this game. They give them to you so early that to make them balanced, they just made them goddamn terrible, and it's such a shame, but, you know, they fixed that in 76. We can fix that in this game on our own with mods. Hell yeah. Don't know what this guy's doing. Let's switch over to this one. Another reason why it's kind of hard to hit a lot of headshots in this game is the stagger animations just, you know, drop the target's head, and human enemies' targets, they dance around like there's no tomorrow. So yeah, it gives you a little bit more justification for using that sometimes because you don't have to worry about those extraneous variables. Again, that's something they kind of fix in Fallout 76, although sometimes you can just kill stuff so fast that it doesn't bother staggering anyway. And I misspoke the other day. I said it was the Scrapper perk giving me all the bullets back. It's Scrounger rank 4. See, I was on the right track. The perk starts with S, but... So here's how this is going to go down. Just like in Gunner's Plaza, I'm just going to keep on spamming sneak criticals. If we get spotted, we're going to be in trouble, but that's okay. The good thing about this fella is he doesn't actually cover his face up, so if we decide to actually aim and zero into the head, we can get this done a lot quicker. We've managed to outpath him there. We're getting detected. Oh, good. Okay, the fight's on now. Luckily for me, I've got a ton of AP. I can just sit here. Gives me a good time to contemplate. There we go. He's nice and in range now. We're getting 70 before. Now we're getting 236. That's interesting. Why exactly? Was that Preston's perk acting the fool there? It might have been, you know. Or it might be this weapon's just got terrible range. See, we're hitting for 101 now. We'll go for some crit spam and we'll get some of that cinematic VATS shooting. Should probably turn the energy shields on there. You're looking a bit like there's a lot of blood everywhere. Yeah, I recently enabled Gore again because I managed to figure out what was wrong. That guy's got a Gauss rifle. Which variant does he have, you reckon? I'm gonna say he had a Stalker's Gauss rifle. What a useless person. So, it kind of falls a bit flat here. If you are doing sneak criticals and killing everything that way, it's a very effective weapon, but the difference between the 4.4 times multipliers and the 50% damage penalty, hey, the mysterious stranger's gonna show up. May as well exit out of this. Come on, mysterious stranger. Fucking useless. Righto, Cavalier's pipe wrench. And we're back into caution, which means we can finish this off nice and easily. May as well just get these bullets flying out of the chamber as fast as possible. There we go. He's a lot less perceptive than his friends. Maybe it's because he's standing so far up and, you know, compared to what his height is, I'm just a little ant on the ground. Alrighty, let's chem up a little bit. Don't know why I took the buff out. Or medics for that matter. We'll keep on going though. Bunch of psycho. We'll do a railroad stealth boy because it is kind of during the day now, and if we get detected, well, we're not going to easily get undetected. So yeah, we're getting a 6.4 times multiplier now, so that's good. And he's having a lot of trouble finding us, understandable. Using a suppressed pistol whilst being cloaked seems to be a really easy way of keeping yourself nice and hidden. And look at all those shots. We actually max out the amount of shots we can do with this because we've got a lot of AP thanks to all of the chems we're doing. And we're hitting him for 1400. We'll keep on smashing those criticals, 2100. Just to give you an idea of what this thing can do if you're all chemmed up. Because I rarely do it, but I wanted to get this next monster kill done very, very quickly. And whilst we're still cloaked here, I think that is a good time to call it a video there. This one, she's gonna walk along the beach, I guess, until she's uncloaked. And then go back home, because what a lovely day it is in the Commonwealth today. If you'd like to see this weapon in your game, check out the description. I shall have a link to it down below. This thing is lightweight, and I do suspect it to be reaching the Xbox platform pretty soon, so if you are interested, maybe let the modder know, and maybe I'll pass on a message, maybe if we make enough noise. We'll see how it goes. I recommend this mod. Download it. It's good fun. Thank you very much for watching, guys.